Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 20 minutes to 11. I'm here in Derry in Rose Park House. It's on Rosemount Avenue, up from the city, up a good pull up the hill. You're coming back up. Got in here today at about 20 to 4, 25 to 4. Actually, the first race was just starting when I was unloading. So I didn't see the race, I was listening to it because I had the phone in my pocket and it going on hooking out the bags, luggage. We started off this morning, we got out of Dodge at 9:30 and headed for Giant's Causeway. Some of you might have seen a message that Ian Dixon had left, that his daughter had opened the Elephant Rock Boutique in Portrush. So I had an hour to spare, so I said I'd shoot over. And I left Giant's Causeway around 11:10. I had to get diesel as well. Bit of a problem there. Went in and got £80 worth of diesel, produced the card that is the fuel card, and to the Maxall garage they didn't accept the card I had, so I had to pay for it myself. But it's a good job I had my own card with me. But I thought that those cards, I know they always work at Circle K and Apple Green and that, but I thought Maxall would be a reputable large company that would take the card, but they didn't, and that's why I was a bit later then. So I asked Mary, my Google Maps woman, to bring me to Elephant Rock Boutique, but she had no such knowledge of where it was. So I said, Elephant Rock Hotel came up, so I said, bring me to that, it could be close by. Passed by Elephant Rock, and I said, well, that's a hotel and that's facing the beach. I said, me not knowing about the location of boutiques, I said, surely the women will be buying clothes round the corner maybe. So around the corner, and couldn't find it around the corner, so I asked a fella, an electrician working on the street. So he told me, I said, is it near that hotel? And he said, no, it's on the next, it runs parallel with it. It wasn't, it was actually the hotel. And I went back around again, and Stephen Pitt was waiting. He had seen the message as well, and he had said that something about a bus that it only goes every half an hour, but his daughter brought him over, and he had two art paintings for me. One is for Fergal Green, the cyclist, and we'll try and get money for that, and the other one is for the Injured Jockeys Fund. So I've no idea how I'll get money for them. If anyone, I'll bring them in some night. They're in the car, and the car is in the garage. If anyone would like to buy them or know of any suggestion as what I should do with them, it would be greatly appreciated. And thank you very much, Stephen, for that. And chatted with Ian Dix, his daughter came out as well, and the best of luck to her in her new business. So, and thanks for a few quid that Ian gave me as well for a charity that I'll give when I get back home. Thank you, it's great to meet you all when I'm out and about. Pity I had more time. So I got back and was there about 20 minutes, and they arrived, and we went to Dunluch Castle, and then we went on to Portrush, drove around the town again, and pulled up at the rocks, those good waves coming in, and then we went to Port Stewart, and then we went on to Derry. So we were watching the racing there. I watched the racing here on somewhat on the television and somewhat on my phone, and then I went down for a walk this evening. Great downhill down by Brook Park there, and I was looking for a place to eat. I was going to go into Joe's Bear, and I didn't. I made a good decision though. I actually was watching the bumper on the phone outside this place, the Trinity. I'm glad I went in. There was a special on steak, sirloin steak, $13.95, a 10 ounce, and had that and chips, pepper sauce, and a pint of Clonmel lager with it, which was grand. And there was lovely music playing, two acoustic guitars, great selection of songs. It was absolute heaven. I'd be still in it only for I had to come back up to do this video for the channel. And the passengers, then I said, I better have dessert. Have you custard? Yep. no apple pie though. So I had sticky toffee and custard, match made in heaven, in a big bowl, and plenty of it too. It was grand. So I had to face up the hill then, and anyone that knows that, it's a good pull up. I was off the bridle, I'd say, after 2 furlongs, and there was sort of a lather of sweat around the ring of Kerry when I arrived at the top. And I came in here to this room. It's a small little room. It's a box room. They're saying you wouldn't swing your cat. Well, if you did, you want a very short rope to swing it. The bed takes up 2/3 of the room, and I have 1/3 of it here, just about the width of where I am. It's fine. But I turned down the heat when I came in, because you'd make maggots. But I don't think I have any newcomers to shout out. If I do, I'll get you when I get set up again. Took a few pound off them today. We got back nearly to where we started, and with a bit of luck, a head and a half a length, would have been into the black, I'd say, fairly nicely. I'll have a quick look. Oh yeah, the one in Newcastle, or not in Newcastle, in where was it? The one on the flat today, taking on the favourite, bet the favourite, and 3-1 last night. There was a 5 cents rule 4, but it went off. I think it went off giant favourites to the bet the favourite, all right, but Holly got a freebie out in front. I think the other two were marking each other. Forgot about Holly out in front. So that was a pity. Punchestown, you might have noticed I put up 2 selections in the Boodles on the first day in Cheltenham. The winner was Lark in the morning. The other one I put up as an each-way play at 33-1 was Pigeon House. I don't know whether I said that or not last night. The ground was against it that day, just 25s into 16s. I don't know why Jack Kennedy got on. Was it because they were expecting a good run and he going for the championship, or as Danny Gilligan had the another one that was pulled out, or what? Or I didn't have a chance to look. I thought it'd be up closer to the pace, but it did run on well, and it was 40s. Actually, it was 50s in places last night. So it was a nice bit of profit on that. Then we had Solness running a good race, SP at 16. That was out to 25s today. And Saint War, we were on that the last couple of times. And I fancied just today was saying, shut up, and I said, no, I'm giving up on it. Only for a clouted 2 out, I think it would have won. Pinkerton, the ground suited as well. Ground is key to horses. Cocoa Beach, the ground went against it. That's what I was sort of thinking last night. And if the horse that finished 5th beaten ahead, it nearly it jumped every fence and hedges and everything, but it perfectly, but it could not get up and down the bank quick enough. It lost length upon length upon length at all the banks, which was a bit of a disaster, because it was last coming around the turn for home. Nearly got up at 25s for 4th, because they were paying 4 places in that. If they ever, he must have got no schooling over the banks at all. He'd be a great horse to send in the Bulger for the banks. I don't know what happened here. Was the ground or what with Gaelic Warrior? It looked to be at ease all the way through. But Illa Tom, what a little horse. Small but willing, gutsy. Won for us in A3. I thought it'd be second today, but great battling qualities, and very nimble and neat, quick jumper. Clouted one all right, but recovered fairly briskly, I'll tell you as well. Tupu, I thought the ground might have gone against it today, but Buddy One looked to be all over nail for second, and the next thing he finishes 4th. That hurt my pocket a good bit, because I had the earlier ones. I had it in with the first 2 40s and 16s, and Buddy One in at 11s at some point, and each with Trixie and each with Treble, and it was a horrid pity that he didn't get 3rd. Maxim, ran a great old race. I thought our horse had no chance from where it was positioned. And there was a fella, and he was right, he was saying halfway through the race, he sent me a message. He said, we're in bad position. Made a good point as well afterwards that he was jumping across hurdles that were on the ground, flat. Had no chance at all, whatever chance they have of bringing it outside. But I thought that horse last night, I thought it'd be definitely in the first six. I wonder, didn't see any comment from David. I didn't have a chance to look in the evening. They'd be disappointed. Nigel Twist and David, there must have been a bit of money for this, I'd say. Anyone that done the recommended bet got money back. A small bit of profit. It was 11-2 without the favourite back at each way. And then horse that drifted like a barge all day. I thought combined into the parade ring with two legs, wingman. That went off even money favourite the last night with when that one of Barry Connell's won, and Barry Connell was sent as the best bumper horse on the planet. But Wingman didn't run to his potential that day. But as he did today, it'd be a grand little horsing for us to follow over hurdles next winter. Anyway, it's not that, but this one on the flat first tomorrow. Feel the need in the 7:55 at Newcastle. This is rated 73 now. It's for a new yard, Michael Harrington. Used to be with David O'Meara. One second time out in here in a decent enough maiden. Beat Perfect Play. Then it ran behind in a Chaldean. That was going back to 22, but it was right at 85, all the way down now to, what did I say, that's 73, down nearly a stone. But if you look at the two runs, this is first run in Newcastle, first run for the yard, went off at 25-1.
Towards the final two furlongs, and the Ham is still in front. The leader by 2.5 lengths. In second place is One More Dream. In third place is Daniel's Flyer. Under pressure, staying on the far side of Bratomia. Looking for room on the inside is Mumayaz. Trying to get through is Feel the Need. Streak Lightning is coming from a long way back. Inside the final furlong, Daniel's Flyer comes through to take it up. Daniel's Flyer from Bratomia. Staying on the far side, staying on to be third is Streak Lightning. It's going to be close this. Daniel's Flyer is hanging on.
And then I'll just do a quick peep before we go to Punchestown at his next run. Danny Tudd in the bike. I'll point him out again to you. He's near the back and he's on the rail. Here he is here.
Who's got the near side running rail. Bobby Joe Leg is right there. Archduke Ferdinand is wide of those. And then Prairie Falcon Star Sink, as if by chance, is just in behind them. And now they're inside the final furlong. Archduke Ferdinand is putting it to outrun the storm. Star Sink is beginning to run on behind those. It's Archduke Ferdinand outrun the storm. Star Sink is just off them on the near side. It is outrun the storm on the far side. Archduke Ferdinand. They were.
And so there's a race on that lad. He was 7-1 earlier on. Bit of money for him is into 11-2. 6-1 in places there. Feel the need. If he feels the need to win, I think there's a race on him. It could be tomorrow night. Right on to Punchestown. $3.40. The Bishop's Court Cup. Won by Father Gilligan's Voyage last year, a 10-year-old. He's in the field again this year. Going against him with a horse that we backed in the first race, the first day, the Nordener. Tony Quayle in the bike. This is back to 2-4. Should suit. It jumped fairly well. the last day, but that was over 3 mile. Redemption Time. She's a fair old pilot. 15 to 8, 5 to 2. If we could get 5 to 2, it wouldn't be too bad. On to the 6:15. And let's see what did I pick here. 6:15. Maybe it's the 4:15. That's why I couldn't cop it. It's a listed race. Mr. Policeman is favourite. Percival de Galway. That hasn't that won for us before, but it's over 3 mile over hurdles. And we fancied it for the Pertemps last year in Cheltenham, but it was taken out before. It was going well when it fell at the last in Leopardstown at the Dublin Racing Festival. It hasn't been seen since. I prefer to see it in a longer race, to be honest. I'm going to give another chance to Tactical Move, even though it's a 10-year-old. But the race that it ran the last day, it was a grade 1, and only for it clouted 3 out. Spillane's Tower was the horse in question. That went on to win a grade 1 since. I know it was up in Trip, but 2.5 on drying out ground mightn't be a problem for this one tomorrow. So I'm staying with Tactical Move. Actually, it's an each way bet there to be safe, I suppose. But grade 1 back down in class to listed race. It'll bounce out in front, and hopefully that it'll be hard peg back. This 4:50. On the betting, it's a 2-horse race between Bride's Hill and Allegorie De Vassey. Allegorie finished 4th, that's down for a few pounds in Cheltenham. It's hit and miss with the times, but I think going right-handed on good ground will be all right. It has £4 in hand on Bride's Hill. Looks to be in a match between the two of them. Townend needs the win. Allegorie is the choice. Fox Hunter's Chase. If you're politically correct, you're not supposed to say Fox Hunter now. One last year by It's on the Line. The horse that it beat was Vaucelet. Vaucelet went off favourite, actually. We were on Vaucelet and it veered sort of over to the stand. Nearly came out on top of me where I was I was lying on the rail up by the stretch. That was in this race. Even ground. Drove 2 to 1 fav. It's on the line. They were carrying level weights that day. Derek O'Connor and Barry O'Neill was riding. And Alex Hervey's riding tomorrow claiming 7, so £7 better off. He's a big price, 20 to 1. He's paying 4 places in a lot of them there. We'll have a shot at Vaucelet each way. Farn's Lock is also from the same year, but after winning it's on the line, winning last year and winning an unlucky in Cheltenham. You know, it's the form harsh, no doubt, but round's different, so 20 to 1 is a big difference from last year. We're going for the juggler. Champion Hurl looks to be a stroll in the park for State Man. Well, that's what I got tonight. I never seen it before. When your man landed out with the steak on the plate and tomato and the whole lot. There was a small little cleaver, like a butcher would have. I thought it's what he fell it out of his pocket or something. I couldn't believe it. I said, "Did you lose this?" No, I said, "That's for you." I never seen it before, but yeah, there was a fair edge on it too. But I can't understand they're giving out that someone wouldn't have it in their pocket and use it outside. Stateman looks to have just to saunter home. Like, how would you make £1 in it? You can't back him. Irish Point. I'd each way money on Colonel Mustard without the favourite, without Constitution Hill the last day. I might do something daft, like Statement to beat Colonel Mustard maybe, or something that you'd often see an upset in some of these races. But it's the same as this one. It's not a race to be getting involved in a big way in. What did I do here? Oh yes, the 6 in this, and I done a bet a while ago. Top 3 finish for Predators Gold at 2-1. To be in the top 3. Ballyburn will probably burn it up. Predators Gold. I just had a feeling maybe that they might try and settle Ballyburn tomorrow and stick out. Paddy Mullins might tip out in front of Predators Gold. I don't know. You'd often see a turn up in some of these races, but I thought 2-1 to be in the first 3 in a 6-horse race. Might be a bet in it. We come to 7:05, which is a novice hurl. What am I doing? We have a bus horse in this. Favourite is a horse that fell the last day, didn't he? Didn't he fall? And Colonel Cody, the Cody that won it was. But he didn't do a lot today. He fell going well, but different type of ground. It was heavy. Captain Cody. I have to back Lark in the morning. He drifted out on price the last day in Cheltenham in the Boodles because of the ground. Better and better ground. He's good to yield the ground tomorrow. He's let's check the prices. Yeah, we'll have to stick with him more. And then the bumper. We have the champion bumper form here to be tested. Again, Romeo Coolio ran decent enough yesterday. Fishery Lane was 6th in the bumper. That form should be good enough to win, you'd imagine. I mean, when I seen that, you know, just 78-6-4. That depends on how Mullins' other horses have done. If they've lost, they get a better price than that. But it looks to be the one. We have Churchill Downs on tomorrow night. We have the Oaks, but there's a few bets that I think can be done if I can get my sheet of paper from last night. We have in the 5:43. We have the Tryon Stakes. It's a grade 1. We have a horse that last time out had won. We were on it in the Breeders' Cup. Idiomatic. Now it was odds against yesterday. See there now it's gone 5-6, but we could do it in a double. So Idiomatic won the Breeders' Cup. The distaff. I couldn't think of the race. The distaff. It was the 9-5. It was 5-2, I think, here, the early in the day. It's a decent horse. Pretty mischievous, is handy enough as well for the boys in blue, but Idiomatic will stick with it. In the 7:09, the grade 2. First mission is the Fav. Going to take it on. Going to take it on with Tapit Trice. This is a grade 2, but Tapit Trice has Group 1 back for him. Now we're hoping that it'll be fit enough to do itself justice. Has ran since last August. That's when it ran in the Travers. But I think bringing it back in Trip it'll be okay. It went off 92 second favourite for the Derby last year. It was bet by Madge. And then in the Belmont, it was third, beat the length and half to Arcangelo. And then that form was franked again. Arcangelo won the Travers. But it won first time out before. I'm going to take on the Fav. Could also do a reverse forecast if you wanted, or without the Fav, something like that. And then to take £1 off them. That one a handicap. It's up in class. We have the 803. We have one for the boys in blue here. It's favourite as well, but it has a shot at it because it's Heavenly Sunday. Oh no, the boys of Blue don't own it. Very hard. One in Churchill. Actually hosed up in this race, I remember. Don't Wendy?
Turn in and goes over toward the rail, kicks away by 2. Callie's Grit trying to re-rally. Beach Walking putting in a run. Make the Boys Wink switched out. 1 furlong to go. Heavenly Sunday clear by 3. And now it's 4. Beach Walking is second. Callie's Grit is third. Make the Boys Wink is fourth. Heavenly Sunday is
on the snaff. We have the 904. We've a horse that hosed up the last day, Dinham Pearls, but to the lesser class race. And we have Impel with group or grade 1 forum. It was third in the Ashland. And the Ashland is a prep for the Oaks. Brad Coxfield for Judman. Fierce well bred altogether. But this is the Ashland. Over a mile, and going back to 7 won't be any harm. And I think I got tired as well, and it wasn't fully fit the last day. Now keep an eye on the horse the second as well.
Front pair, just FYI, has to go to the center of the track. Leslie's Rose behind horses. Candide is swinging out to the center of the racetrack, way out on the grandstand side. Impel comes away with the lead. Leslie's Rose is coming after her into the final furlong. And then just FYI and Candide, Leslie's Rose comes forward for the lead. Just FYI is down to the inside in second, but no catching. Leslie's Rose, who has won the Grade 1 Central Bank Ashland for the Whisper Hill Farm.
That was just FYI that won the juvenile fillies in the Breeders' Cup. They're top of the market for the Oaks tomorrow. But Impel back at 7. That race will bring it on. I think it might be gone too far ahead, and it's big strong horse fitter now than Dinham Pearls, who's a closer in the race. If he gets the fractions right, if he goes off in first furlong or the first quarter in 21 and change, or you're busted. And if he gets away with 22 and a half or that, it could be hard enough pegging back. We'll know after the first quarter how we're doing. That brings us to the Oaks. And the horse that won that race. No, there's one more before the Oaks. There's a well-bred horse in this. I think it'd be hard betting it. It's hard to justify. I had these picked out last night, a lot of them, before the markets come up, for fear someone would be saying, he's picking not the much favourite. But this won the Breeders' Cup. The fillies turf, 9-1 shot for Chad Brown and Fabian Platt.
Off the turn with a wall of pursuers. Who's for the drive is carving away. In between horses, hard to justify. On the inside of Fortuna. There's an eighth of a mile to go. Who do you like here? In between horses, hard to justify. Rattles forward for a narrow lead. On the outside, and she feels pretty equitable. Fortuna. Hard to justify. Turned him away. Challenges on both sides, but hard to justify. Up to the top.
Ryan of the Moors flying in fourth on Content. But I love the way she put down her head there and would say, hey, this is mine. I love that in a horse. First time back tomorrow, this is a grade 2 down in class. Should be fit enough. Brown will have her ready. That could be the one. It's great racing tomorrow night, and there's no handbrakes in these tomorrow night. It's tactics that causes the win or the lose. It's not handbrake on or off job. The Oaks, Godolphin's horse is the Fav. Leslie's Rose that won the Ashland is the second, and just FYI. This won the Fairgrounds Oaks. She was impressive enough, but I don't know what she bet there.
For home, and there goes Tarifa. for Flavian Pratt. Tarifa has taken the lead from Our Pretty Woman, who tries to respond to Tarifa into this final fairgrounds furlong. And these two fillies face off. It is Tarifa narrowly. Tarifa from to the inside of Very Game. Our Pretty Woman. Phoebe's Dream is third. It is Tarifa narrowly over Our Pretty Woman. Tarifa triumphant.
Triumphant. The draw is going to be crucial tomorrow night too, but that's just FYI, that one there's a turf winner, and you have this one, the juvenile fillies. We were on it that night, and the other one folded up, Tamara.
Quarter of a mile to go, has won by Tamara. Tamara trying to dig deep, but it's just FYI the one to beat with a furlong left to go. In the center of the track, Candide is gathering serious momentum, and Jody's Pride is next. Just FYI, 2-length lead. Jody's Pride running a valiant one, and on the outside, Candide. Just FYI by a length close to home. Just FYI.
She's a big 2-year-old there, a big filly, and she's strengthened up a good bit since. And she was in trap 12 that night. She's in trap 13, so it didn't bother her there in Santa Anita. Ways and Means is a good speed as well, good closing speed. Chad Brown. Chad will have her. Oh no, it was Power Squeeze that won it, wasn't it? It was Power Squeeze. Power Squeeze is the closer, with lightning speed.
The rally going well, 7 lengths off the lead. Less than a quarter of a mile to come in the Gulfstream Oaks as they race to the first finish line. Into Champagne, just lost the lead to Ways and Means. Power Squeeze has a shot at her from the center. There's an 1/8 of a mile to go. Ways and Means on top. Power Squeeze has to finish it up by Centeno, and she's closing ground. Here comes Power Squeeze on the outside. Power Squeeze has gained the upper hand and springs the upset in the Gulfstream Oaks.
Yeah, the Burnhams is up in front. She was closing all right, but the other ones were falling into a hole at the same time. I think the bet is just FYI. Billy Mott will have this tuned up after running in the Ashland second. I love Mott as a trainer. Going back to the days when he was training Cigar. At 11-2, paying 4 places there. I think that's a rock solid each way. So that's it. Just a 12:15, 11. I'm talking a half an hour. Didn't mean to be that long. Apologies for that. I have to go looking at Saturday now. There was a few more running tomorrow. They'll be back the last few, but I couldn't put up any more. Should have a look at, say, Thunderball and Castleway, and there's a few that we were on before. But anyway, bash the bookies over and out.